Starting line in the Raptors College Eagles. 6'1", senior guard for Cal. 6'3", senior guard.
It's South Region basketball time here at Trinity Gymnasium as the TBC Eagles play host to the Bruins of Bob Jones University. The first of two meetings between these two teams in the month of February. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau. Thank you for joining us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Welcome to Tim Rose, the brother of Xavier, who earlier this season scored his 1,000th point at the free throw line on the left side of the court right here in Trinity Gymnasium. These two teams will meet again in Greenville, South Carolina on Thursday, February 13th. Right now, it's Brandon Hill against Braxton Murray, and the Bruins win the opening tip-off. Bob Jones is 7-5 overall this season, 3-1 in South Region competition. They defeated Toccoa Falls twice and Southeastern Baptist once, losing to only Pensacola Christian. That was a 1-point loss to the PCC Eagles, 74-73. And the first shot of the game is missed, but the second one is a putback in by Devin Pope, who's averaging 23.8 points per game in 4 games played. Pope scored 25 in that game against PCC. He's also had a 32-point game. And before I even get to finish saying that, Ian Kennedy puts the Eagles on the board to tie it. Kennedy scored 21 in Trinity Baptist's win over Southeastern Baptist. He averages 7.8 points per game and a whistle before the shot. So no shot, even though that one did go in. Out of bounds was the call. Bruins average 80 points per game and allow 76. They're shooting a terrific 46% from the field, 31% from three-point range, and 72% from the line, led by head coach Burton Uara, who's been there a very long time, assisted by Dr. Tony Miller, John Barron, and Davis McCarn. Wyatt Parker is the athletic director. Caitlin Unruh and Trenton Goldsmith are the SIDs. Trinity Baptist is 5-10 overall on the season. They have won 4 of their last 5, and Ian Kennedy beats the buzzer with a 3 to avoid the shot clock violation and give the Eagles a 5-2 lead. Kennedy 21 points against Southeastern Baptist as Trinity Baptist won that game 87-57 on January 18th. Great ball movement inside, and Murray, the beneficiary, he gets the bucket. Trinity Baptist also defeated Pensacola Christian 74-66 on January 14th. So 2 wins, no losses in South Region competition. There is a steal by Trevor Brunson, a veteran Bruin whom we've seen on this court many times, but he loses control of the ball and gives it right back to TBC. This is a veteran ball club here for Bob Jones University. Many of these names we have seen many times: Tostatus Pouncey, Trevor Brunson, Trevor Pittman, and more. And we're in for a treat here this afternoon. If you like close, exciting basketball, Diego Fernandez got the bounce off the rim. He's averaging 16.3. He has had 6 20-point games this season. To the outside, 8-4 Eagles, a quick lead. And Kennedy with the block worked his way into the starting lineup of late. And that's one of the reasons why. He will score points, he will shoot the three, and he can block and rebound as well. The senior from Neptune Beaches Chapel School. Bruins get inside the paint and have to kick it out. Shot clock at 12. That one is for three. It's off the rim and rebounded by Kennedy. Eagles' last game was a 104-75 win over Trinity College of Florida. Xavier Rose stepped out of bounds, and that'll give the ball back over to the Bruins. That game was on January 21st. It's been a while since the Eagles have been on the court. And just a little while ago, in the women's game, TBC came back from a 14-point third-quarter deficit to defeat Bob Jones 61-60. That's a great move by Devin Pope, his second score. Victoria Broadway hit the game-winning shot with 10 seconds left. Eagles then blocked. It was Caroline Smith blocking a shot just before the buzzer to preserve the win. And the Eagles then inbounded, ran out the clock, and came away with a South Region win. Renajala Brown and Kirsten Joseph each scored 20 points for Trinity Baptist. There's a three-pointer buried on the swish from Devin Pope, who is off to a red-hot start, and he just gave his team the lead. Anna Lane Wilder was 8 for 10 from three-point range, 24 total points. I don't know what the record for three-point shooting is at Bob Jones in a single game, but Wilder, she didn't break it. She must have come very close. Great job by Wilder, all the Bruins, and all the Eagles. Men's game proves to be just as exciting. Right now, it's a 1-point lead for the Bruins. Trinity Baptist has defeated then number 10, Pensacola Christian, then number 2, Champion Christian, and they're just outside the voting of the top 10. Hopefully they'll get in there when the new rankings come out on Tuesday. Fernandez for three. That's his second. It's been a hot shot shooting contest so far. Trinity Baptist has made all 4 attempts, 3 of them from three-point range. Bob Jones has made 4 out of 7. We have our first time out, and that's going to allow us to give you a very special announcement. It is Hall of Fame Day here inside Trinity Gymnasium. Last night we had the dinner and banquet to honor these 6 TBC Eagles who are entering the Hall of Fame today. Prince Board of Women's Soccer, the head coach who started the program and stayed here 3 years. He is now a Division I women's soccer coach at Alabama A&M. Anasia Hughes Cummings from women's basketball from 2012 to 2016. Josh O'Hara, a member of the national champion men's soccer team in 2015. Kristen Pabone, a defensive specialist for women's soccer, played 4 years here. John Risk, men's basketball and men's soccer from 2007 to 2009. And sitting right down in front of me, Jonathan Shiver, a 4-time All-South Region player from 2014 through 2018, as a pitcher and a center fielder, and has many team records on the baseball field here at TBC. We're going to have a brief halftime ceremony for them. Coach Jones will lead the effort. Turnaround jumper is good, and Devin Pope has scored 9 of the 11 points for the Bruins. Ethan Bray now on the court for Trinity Baptist. You can go to tbceagles.com, hit news, and see the write-up about the Hall of Fame inductees that we put up there a couple of weeks ago. Ian Kennedy hit the floor hard. He was pushed by Shad Vanderhart. That's the first foul of the ball game for either team. It is on the floor, so the Eagles will inbound. TBC, the only loss in their last 5 games was a 5-point loss to then number 2 Campbellsville Harrodsburg University up at the Welch Classic. 6 to shoot. Fernandez from 3, a little short. Brandon Hill, the rebound, and the putback is good. Brandon Hill has really turned it on in the second semester of play. He's averaging 6.9 points per game. And as the Eagles got into South Region competition, Hill has really lit up the scoreboard. He had a 20-point game here recently. I don't remember offhand which game it was. It might have been Southeastern Baptist. That one is for 3. It's good. That's Trevor Brunson, who's averaging 14.3 points per game. Not the first time we've seen Trevor Brunson hit a three-pointer for Bob Jones. And on the season, that's his 23rd. Kennedy to Ethan Bray. Back to Kennedy. He thought about a 3, instead worked inside the paint and got the bouncer to go in off the rim. 7 points for Ian Kennedy. Noel Wakefield is working our official stats here this afternoon. And Brunson hustles his way up the court. Trevor Brunson, a senior from Ramseur, North Carolina, always gives Trinity Baptist a great game, and he does the same with every opponent he plays. Brunson with possession, number 3. The short jumper is a little too short and knocked out of bounds. Last touched by a Bruin. And the Eagles get the ball with a 1-point lead. DJ Thompson returns to the court. Got a quick breath as Ethan Bray heads off. And so TBC looking now to extend the 1-point lead. Under 14 minutes to go. 15-14, a rip-roaring start for both these two teams, who are both shooting over 60% in the early going. In fact, the Eagles are 6 out of 7. Rose had the pass knocked down, got it back, but then taken away, and Fernandez does the right thing and allows Pope to get that layup without trying to draw an early foul. Xavier Rose in response, no good. 1 point, Bob Jones lead. Too early to pick up those kinds of fouls. So again, Fernandez did the right thing. Thompson went up for the dunk, didn't see Brunson coming up from behind. Well, Brunson stopped the dunk, but gets called for the foul. And that is number 1 on Trevor Brunson. Number 2 on the Bruins, sending DJ Thompson to the line. Thompson averages 7.9. He scored 21 at Trinity College of Florida in that 104-75 win. He hits the first of these 2. He has come on very strong from the line of late. Came in at 66%. Hits the first and the second. And Thompson gives TBC back a 1-point lead. Brunson uses his teammate Murray as a screen to perfection. Gets inside, couldn't convert. Rebound Brandon Hill. There goes Rose through 2 defenders. Rose had to kick it to Hill. High pass. Thompson leaps up, pulls it down. Little confusion, but Rose is able to hold on to the ball. 16 to shoot. Thompson off the glass, a little too strong, but Brandon Hill is right there once again to lay it back in. Second time that Hill has done that, and the Eagles lead by 3, 19-16. Nothing wrong with the audio. If I stop talking for a few seconds, the noise canceling mic does mute. No reason to check your monitor or ours. And we have ourselves a whistle. Looking for the call. It's going against Trinity. And it's called on Diego Fernandez, his first, and team foul number 1 for the Eagles. We've had 2 great, exciting games here. The Eagles developmental team got a buzzer-beating three-pointer from Jalen Hardy to defeat Potterhouse Christian by 1 point. And then we told you about Victoria Broadway getting the game winner to beat Bob Jones 61-60. That was Shad Vanderhart with the bucket. 1 point TBC lead. Trinity Baptist trailed by 14 in the third quarter and came back to win it. Rose to the outside. Fernandez for three. It's short. Hill rebounds. Pump fake. Basket is good and one. The only question is which Bruin gets the call. There were two right there on top. And it looks like Justin Skelton, nope, not 11, 21, Chad Vanderhart called for his second personal foul. 2 free throws for Brandon Hill. On the season, Hill comes in at 47%. Right now, for Eagles back on the defensive side, getting some instruction from Coach Shank. Hill misses the chance to make it a three-point play. But it is a three-point lead for TBC. Bruins quickly get up the court. Inside the paint. Shot no good from Tostadas Pouncey. His sister we saw earlier today on the court for the Bruins. Imani scored 6 points in that ball game. Here's Xavier Rose finding Fernandez, and they work the ball to Kennedy at the top of the arc. Pulls up inside the lane and misses. That ball goes in and out. And now with a three, the Bruins could tie the score. This is Pouncey, averages 5.4, gives it up to Brunson. And Brunson in the paint, trying to get around Brandon Hill, but he finds help on the outside. Pope's jumper misses, and Hill outleaps everybody, including his own teammate, to get the rebound. There's Diego Fernandez. You're talking about Brandon Hill at 6'7", and Fernandez at 5'9". Hill's going to win those rebound battles. Kennedy's three-pointer a little too strong. Brunson with the rebound, and he'll draw the foul. DJ Thompson made some contact right as Brunson came down with the ball. Team foul number 2, personal foul number 1. And the Bruins will inbound and go the length of the court. Hello to Ed Andrews cheering on Ian Kennedy and the TBC Eagles. Tell you what, if the game stays like this, you better pull up a chair, get yourself a beverage, because you're not going to want to miss a single moment. Ball gets away. Gavin Korth-Loder taps the ball to Kennedy, who finds Rose. Bounce pass to Fernandez. Great ball movement once the Eagles picked it up on the other end of the court. And Diego Fernandez now has 8. Eddie averages 16.3. He's had 6 20-point games. Eagles calling for a travel, but they don't get the call. Pouncey runs the baseline. His pass is stolen by Korth-Loder, and Pouncey will be called for a foul. Well, the Eagles didn't get the call that they were looking for a moment ago, but they got the ball and a foul against Bob Jones. That's team foul number 4, so just 2 more to give, and we're just about to hit the halfway mark of the first half. Kennedy takes the pass from Fernandez. And Rose to Kennedy in the paint. Pull-up jumper, good. Ian Kennedy now with 9 and a timeout. And the official is going to talk about the shot clock. So I was looking to make sure there was a foul. There was not. Eagles lead by 7, 25-18. 45 left to go in the first half. Very fast pace and a whole lot of scoring. Brunson is double-teamed in the corner by Korth-Loder and Kennedy. With possession now is Devin Dean. He kicks it outside back to Brunson. Now Pouncey for 3. No good. Thompson got a hand on it but couldn't control it. Brunson for 3. Give him a wide open look. He's going to make a lot of those. A second attempt. This one doesn't go. Xavier Rose with a great vertical leap pulls in the rebound. Fernandez very fast up the court, beats 2 defenders. Fernandez now in double digits, and the Eagles lead by 9. Now, Bob Jones has scored 80 points per game, so don't rest on this lead. Spin move by Dean, a beautiful spin move, and the bucket is good. 10.2 points per game for Devin Dean. And the Loder family watching from Spring Hill. Always happy to see your name pop up. Jones at 43%. TBC right now at 65%. Kennedy off the glass and good. That's 11 now for Ian Kennedy. Eagles on a very good run. It was a 1-point game most of the first half, but the Eagles now lead by 9, and we have ourselves a foul. Looks like that's going against Ian Kennedy. Coach Shank wants an explanation, and he will get that explanation. Zach Shank is already a TBC Eagles Hall of Fame member, got voted in just a few years ago. His first season at the helm, leading TBC. He assisted Coach John Jones 4 years in a row before taking a job in North Carolina and returning to Jacksonville 2 school years ago. He's also the athletic director of Eagles View Academy. Devin Dean gets his second layup of the game. Stick with us at halftime and see Coach Jones bring the new Hall of Fame inductees onto the court. Kennedy's shot does not go. 7-point TBC lead. Number 4 is Trevor Pittman, who averages 9.8. That's him with the ball now, trying to get around Fernandez. Gives it up to Brandon Wilkins. And Wilkins hits 2 Eagles. One of them's getting called for a foul. He ran into both Thompson and Kennedy, but the call will go against DJ Thompson, his second. Brandon Wilkins from Greenville, a sophomore. Hometown product, ready to shoot 2 and try to get himself on the board and his team just a little bit closer. He has 2 coming his way. And on the season, Brandon Wilkerson is 12 for 18 at the line. And Coach Shank and one of the trainers looking at Ian Kennedy over near the sideline. Kennedy's up on his feet. Just want to make sure he's all right. He took a pretty hard hit on that last play. Wilkins averages 5.3 points per game. And he's ready to take his shots. He's just waiting for the official to let him do so. 7:42 left in the half. TBC leads 29-22. And one official's blowing the whistle and calling for either Kennedy to come back onto the court or a substitution. Well, Kennedy is heading to the lane, so he's all right. Ethan Bray will head to the table. Maybe between free throws we'll get that substitution. Number 1 from Wilkins is good. And Bray will come in. And it is DJ Thompson who comes off. So Kennedy will stay on the court. Brandon Hill now ready to come back onto the court. Wilkins hit the first, and he hits the second. He's 2 for 2. That's 2 points now for Brandon Wilkins. And now Brandon Hill is in, and it will be Gavin Korth-Loader heading off to make room. Bruins have cut it down to 5, 29-24. 7:42 left to go in the first half. Ethan Bray now with possession, finding Fernandez to the right side. Pull up, off the glass, it's good. That was intentional by Fernandez, using the backboard to perfection. 31-24, 7-point Eagles lead. Josh Dorsey, a big man wearing number 15, onto the court now for head coach Burton Uerow. Dorsey is 6'5" from Augusta, Georgia. That ball goes out of bounds over to the Eagles, and we may have ourselves a timeout. We do a 30-second timeout. See which coach calls it. And now the officials changing that to a full timeout. We'll be back after this message from the NCCAA. Pretty good start for the Eagles, 31-24. And speaking of pretty good starts, we have Eagles associate head baseball coach Jordan Broaden, who is sitting next to John Shiver. And Jordan, what a start the Eagles have had, 4-1, 2 incredible comebacks already in the season.
Yeah, we're off to a really good start.
Now put that mic right up against your mouth there. And
Yep, can you hear me now? You're good?
great start. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, really good start. We're off to a 3-game winning streak, 2-0 in region play. Yeah, we've come to a good start. I mean, I think we have a lot of returners, so that's helped. So we knew we were going to be off to a good start.
Jacob Brigman on the mound has been lights out so far. Tell us about Jacob and how he's prepared for his first 2 starts.
Yeah, so Jacob has come off to a really good start. I mean, he ended the season well. As the last 3 or 4 outings he had, he beat Toccoa. Really good performance at regionals against Bob Jones, or against Payne that he had. Took a tough loss in extra innings, but he's thrown well the first 2 outings. For sure, he's able to throw multiple pitches for strikes and get ahead. So, I mean, he might have a chance to be pitcher of the week 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. That ball goes out of bounds and over to the Bruins. And Drew Billings had a little bit of trouble yesterday. Got 2 saves in 1 day last week, picked up another one yesterday. Drew Billings picking up where he left off last year.
Yeah, really off to a good start. 3 saves in the first 3 wins of our season. So that's really good. It's anticipating him doing a really good job in the back end of our bullpen. I mean, we're going to go as far as those guys kind of take us. So he's a big part of that and returning on the senior year for him. So
that's for 3, and it's good. Devin Pope in NBA range 3. And if I'm counting correctly, what's 6 and 8? That's 14 points for Devin Pope. And Jordan, that's the way to get it done from long range there.
For sure.
Now, you're going to play Bob Jones in your next series next Friday and Saturday out there at Oakleaf High School. And that team always gives you a good game.
Yeah, they are. We're excited about getting them in town. They just had a walk-off win against Ohio Christian earlier today. So looking forward to getting those guys in town and playing another South Region opponent, hopefully to go 5-0 in the region. And then we have that D2 Invitational trip the following week. So try to play really good baseball headed to that. Hopefully we can go into that winning 7 in a row.
Now, Bruins and Eagles fans, baseball, we're definitely going to stream the doubleheader Friday. We're not sure yet about Saturday because we have senior day on the basketball court, so we can't promise live streaming on Saturday's games, but we'll be there Friday night beginning at 4 p.m. Diego Fernandez is at the line. He'll shoot 2 and a fantastic free throw shooter. The first one is good. That's now 13 points for Diego Fernandez, who comes in at 79% on the season. And, Jordan, that's low for Diego.
Yes, he's a really good free throw shooter. Been here, for 3 years now and has done a lot of great things, especially at the free throw line. But definitely a testament of what TBC athletics is all about, where he started off on JV his first year, and now he's, one of their star players. So it's been exciting to watch the last few years.
That one makes it a 1-point game, and that was Josh Dorsey burying the 3. And Bob Jones trailed by 9 just a few moments ago, and they have scored in bunches to pull to within 1. Fernandez gets the ball to Kennedy in the corner. That jumper is no good. Hill with the rebound. Second chance, a little too strong. And last touch by Ethan Bray and out of bounds. The Eagles have cooled off a little bit. They were over 80% at one point. They're still a terrific 59, but it's a couple of missed opportunities the last trips up the court. And, Jordan, the best thing so far, after the big loss to Florida National on opening day, you were down, I believe it was 8-2.
8-2, yes.
Graham Gorman hit that 3-run homer that started that late comeback. How do the Eagles stay up when they've already lost one big and we're trailing big in the second game?
Right. I mean, we left Friday that after getting beat, that large difference. We left there, knowing that we still could win the series. So it was going to take 2 wins on Saturday, which we got done. For us, I mean, baseball is an awesome game where you don't have to wait in a week like football. You can get back after it, 12, 13 hours later, which we did. I mean, also the comeback. I mean, we teach our guys that, as long as we have an out, we have a chance. So, until that last out to the scoreboard, shows that 7th inning, 9th inning, whatever we're playing that game.
That happened in game 1 yesterday to your last out.
Exactly, last out.
And you got some base runners. A walk tied the game. And then you guys got a couple more after that and were able to hold on as Payne scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we're not out to that. The umpire calls ball game, so we kept fighting and we found a way to win it. Which, especially against those opponents. I mean, last year Florida National took 3 out of 4, and then Payne took 3 out of 4 last year as well. So to get those two teams opening up in the season and kind of revenge those losses from last year were huge for us.
Well, Devin Pope is having himself a fantastic first half. That's 16 points now. Fernandez doing the same. He's missed his last couple attempts, though, but Fernandez does have 14. It's a 1-point Trinity Baptist lead. There's Pope. They want to give him the ball as he's red hot, and he'll go to the line. He hit the floor very hard, and a little bit of help, but he bounces right back up, and that's foul number 2 called on Diego Fernandez. And Devin Pope will head to the free throw line. He'll give him a moment while Kieran wipes up the floor. Pope will get a moment to regroup. At the line, this is not the guy the Eagles want to put at the line. He is at 91% on the season, already with 16 points. Out bites down as Pope gets ready for his first. And looking at the numbers, it's a little surprising that he missed that. But again, he did take a hard hit to the floor. Xavier Rose will have a seat. DJ Thompson will come in, and Pope will get ready for his second free throw, which would tie the score if it drops in. It is good, and we're tied at 35. That's 17 points for Devin Pope. Again, he had a 25-pointer against Pensacola Christian and a 32-pointer against Southeastern Baptist. That is Thompson giving the Eagles back the lead, and what a great move. Your defense has been very good as well, Jordan. They've turned some really crucial double plays. They've caught the ball. They've thrown the ball well. That's going to be big if the Eagles can play solid defense.
Yeah, I agree, especially in those, we have the pitching, and we're going to pitch to contact. A lot of our guys, we're going to strike out guys. We have a few, but for the most part, our staff is pitch to contact guys. So for us, we have to play really good defense, which we've had for the most part. Really, besides that first game of the season, we've played really good D most of the part, the last 4 games or so. So, yeah, we're excited. I mean, having that experience, I mean, most of our returners, our starting lineup are returners, so to have that year or two under their belt of college baseball has helped for sure. But, yeah, defense has been really a high point of our game this last couple of weeks.
Three-pointer from Brandon Wilkins gives the Bruins back a 1-point lead coming up on 3 minutes left. And that ball was kicked by Wilkins, so the Eagles will keep possession with 20 on the shot clock. Jordan, you mentioned contact, and that doubleheader yesterday, you played 13 innings because your second game got cut a little short.
Right.
Only 4 strikeouts combined, and if you can make some contact, you're going to make your own breaks. There were only 5 hits in the game, but
right.
by not striking out, the Eagles drew 9 walks in the second game and got that win.
For sure. I mean, if we can put the ball in play, that was something we teach a lot. There's our 2-strike approach. If we go over that, a couple times a week. So that's really huge for us. I mean, one thing you hear Coach Copeland say a lot is pressure the defense. I mean, if you can just put the ball in play, hard ground balls, make them make plays, catch it, throw it. I know you've watched enough baseball that's not always the case, even in routine ones. So if we can put the ball in play, we have a chance to get on base. Strike out, it's pretty easy. So.
Xavier Rose with a great move for his first score. Korth Loader on the rebound. Pittman slow to get up. Rose coast to coast. His second basket in the last few seconds, and the Eagles have taken back the lead, 41-38. Bruins get up the court very quickly. This team has a lot of good shooters who can shoot from anywhere on the court. To the outside, or actually inside to Brunson, a great move. He now has 5, and it's a 1-point game once again.
Yeah, it's a competitive game for sure. I mean, I've been around for 9 years on campus, and the South Region, no matter who you're playing against, no matter the record, always pretty competitive basketball.
Yeah, it's great to see Bob Jones playing baseball now. He started that a couple of years ago. We'd love to see the other South Region teams get in on the act, too, and get some softball going. And always great competition whenever these two schools hook up in any sport.
Yes, we're hoping, like I said, we're hoping for another good weekend next week with these, with Bob Jones at Trinity Baptist College again in baseball and the Diamond. So, like I said, it took 3 out of 4 last year from us, so we're hoping to revenge that.
Diego Fernandez gets the bucket and the foul, a chance at a 3-point play. Who got called? If I saw that right, Devin Pope. And that's what's been put up on the board. So Fernandez Makes it a 3-point margin and chance now to make it 4. The man to your right, John Shiver, he didn't get a chance to play against Bob Jones. They weren't doing baseball when John played, but you were a teammate of John.
I was.
And everything we say about him, you can tell us firsthand is true.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to listen last night. We were hoping to be at the Hall of Fame banquet, but, because we were in pain, we missed it, but we were able to watch it last night, and everything that Coach Jones said and all the words that were said about him is definitely true. Definitely
well, one thing they missed that I caught, what they didn't say, is that game against Edward Waters at their place at JP Small when he allowed just 1 run to the then NAIA Tigers, but that team could score runs in bunches.
For sure.
Going inside and drawing a foul is Trevor Pittman. He will shoot 2. Looked like they got Ian Kennedy for his second. That is correct. And Pittman will head to the line for the first time today. And on the season, Pittman 19 out of 23. That's 83%. The Bruins, they can hit some free throws. As a team, they came in at 72% from the line. And for a team average, that is very good. Anderson will take over for Kennedy. And at the moment, it is a 3-point game. We're talking with Eagles baseball associate head coach Jordan Broden, who's also our recruiting coordinator. And free throw number 2 is also good. So Pittman does his job at the line, cuts the deficit down to 2. And Jordan, we're in for a barn burner here this afternoon.
Yes, it's going to be a really good game all the way down to the wire. As I heard the women's basketball game, we kind of watched it on the drive back. Some of our guys just kind of listened to the game and saw that, we pulled it out at the end. So I'm hoping the Eagles would do another game like that here in the men's game as well.
It's 1-1 shooting now for Ethan Brays. That's team foul number 7 and personal foul number 2 on Trevor Pittman. And the 1-1, first one is good. Eagles came in as a team shooting around 70%. I forgot to write it down. But they're doing a good job, especially in the second half. 67% coming into today's play. Bray goes 2 for 2. He now has 4 total points. And like you mentioned with making contact, the free throws in basketball, they're going to determine a close game.
For sure. Whoever hits the most free throws typically wins the game, especially late on when the fouls are coming out. So
great move by Trevor Pittman to get the short jumper to drop in and keep it a 2-point game. Rose gets around Wilkins. Outside to Jace Spinelli. Finding Anderson in the paint. It is good. Jaquez Anderson averages 5.2. And with coming up on 30 seconds left, the Eagles lead by 4. Don't go away. We have the halftime ceremony to honor our Hall of Fame inductees. And then we're going to have a fantastic second half as well. Devin Pope, a chance at a 3-point play, a beautiful spin move. He'll go to the line. The foul is on Jace Spinelli, his first. Pope now with 19 points. Bruins have 46 as a team. And again, Pope over 90% on the season at the line.
But yeah, Bob Jones just started baseball in 2021, so unfortunately, both me and John Shiver, we got to miss out on those matchups that we could have had for sure in the South region. So, but I'm glad they're having it now, where our guys are excited about having a South region opponent coming to town next weekend.
Well, you've knocked each other out of the tournament in the last 2 years.
Right.
We got them 2 years ago. They got us last year. And we're going to have a foul that's going to send Bray back to the line. The foul is called on Dorsey. That's his first. 1-1 shooting for Ethan Bray, who just hit 2.
Yeah, it seemed like, our guys, our current rosters, fighting Bob Jones every year, it seems like. And, our group, John Shiver and our group, we kind of fought with Toccoa a little bit in the regionals and things like that. So it's good to have, that South region matchup and the playoffs and things like that seems like every year we're fighting against the same team. So.
Yeah, and remember, in baseball, you're playing in the scholarship division.
Correct.
So you're playing Carolina Christian, Columbia International, Fort Lauderdale, who's always very good. I think this is their 4th season now.
Yeah, they're always competitive in the top of the rankings typically every year. And
yeah, they made nationals their first 2 years.
Right, they've been in national tournament every year. But yeah, really good team out of there. But we play a lot of competitive games as well with them. Buzzer beater at the end.
That is a buzzer beater for Brandon Wilkins. And that pulls the Bruins to within a point as we head into the halftime intermission. Trinity Baptist 50, Bob Jones University 49. Jordan, we thank you for joining us here for the last few minutes of the first half. You know you're going to enjoy seeing your friends out there get inducted, sure. And then we'll let you enjoy the second half.
Yeah, thanks
Jordan
for having me.
Broden, the associate head baseball coach. Coach John Copeland, the head coach. Eagles baseball off to a fantastic start. We're going to pause here for just a little bit, and then we'll have our Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Stay with us on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's game. We are honored to take a few moments to recognize 6 outstanding individuals who were officially inducted last night into the Trinity Baptist College Athletics Hall of Fame at our 10th annual Hall of Fame banquet. These honorees have left a lasting impact on our athletics programs, and we're thrilled to celebrate their achievements with you today. Our first inductee was a prolific goal scorer and a dynamic offensive player for the Trinity men's soccer team from 2013 to 2016. He's unable to join us here today, but we want to recognize national champion Josh O'Hara. Next, she was a key member of the women's basketball team from 2012 to 16, where she played as a guard and earned numerous All-Region and All-American accolades. She was instrumental in leading the Eagles to the 2013 NCCAA South Region title and Final Four. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Anasia Hughes Cummings. Next, he was a dual sport athlete, excelling in both men's basketball and men's soccer from 2007 to 2009. As a point guard, he scored over 1,400 career points and once had a 56-point game against Pensacola Christian College, a program record that still stands today. In 2009, he was the Player of the Year while leading the Eagles to the Bible College National Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. John Risk. Our next inductee is one of the most inspiring stories in TBC athletics history. At age 30, with 3 young children at home, she chose to take on the challenge of playing women's college soccer while pursuing a college degree. She quickly became one of the most impactful players in program history, helping the women's soccer program to a #1 national ranking. Her story is an inspiration to women striving to balance family life with personal goals and professional goals. Ladies and gentlemen, join us in celebrating the unique accomplishments of Kristen Pabon. Next, we welcome one of the greatest baseball players in program history. As a center fielder and pitcher, he holds program records for batting average, stolen bases, earned run average, and career wins, all while earning NCCAA All-American honors in 2017. He now has a successful career in coaching and was the NAIA National Assistant Coach of the Year in 2023. He's back at TBC this year as an assistant coach and a professor. Please welcome Mr. Jonathan Shiver. And finally, we are pleased to honor one of the most impactful head coaches in TBC athletics history. He was the founding coach of the women's soccer program from 2015 to 18. His visionary leadership built the program from the ground up, eventually competing at the highest levels and achieving a #1 ranking in the national poll. Beloved by his players for his passion for Christ and his love for the game, his legacy goes far beyond victories on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Hall of Fame, Coach Prince Board. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for our Hall of Fame class of 2025. We're grateful for their contributions and the legacy they've left here at TBC. Thank you all for celebrating with us today, and go Eagles! And we'll be back in about 9 minutes for the second half between the Bruins and the Eagles. You're watching men's basketball on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. We are ready for half number 2 between the Eagles and the Bruins. And as you see on the screen, it is a 1-point game. Trinity Baptist led by 9 earlier. Bob Jones has fought back. They eventually took the lead. And then the halftime break went to TBC 50-49. Both teams are shooting over 50% in the first half. Outside to Kennedy, who had a hot start. This time misses his first shot of the second half, but gets his own rebound. Finds Diego Fernandez. His pass stolen away by Trevor Pittman. And the Bruins looking to regain the lead. And they do, as Brandon Wilkins goes high off the glass and brings down the rebound. A 1-point lead now for Bob Jones. This could be a fantastic finish here. We've had 2 very exciting 1-point games. And we have another one going on right now. JV developmental team defeated Potter's House Prep 75-74. Women's basketball defeated Bob Jones 61-60. Pope is blocked. Battle for the loose ball. Pope gets it right back. Brunson for 3 off the rim. Rebound by Vanderhart, and he puts the Bruins back out in front as the teams trade baskets to start the second half. We get an opportunity, we'll tell you some more numbers. Fernandez for 3, it's good. He now has 20, that's his third three-pointer of the game. Devin Pope also has 20 for the Bruins. That is three-pointer number 4 for TBC. Bruins have hit 5. At the line, Bob Jones 6 for 7. TBC 9 out of 10. That one does not go. And Brandon Hill brings down the rebound. Been a very close rebounding battle. There haven't been many because there haven't been very many misses. Both teams over 50%. Eagles wanted a traveling call. They don't get it. Instead, they're called for a defensive foul. Basket was good. And Brandon Wilkins just tied the score, looking to put his team back out in front. And the foul is number 3 on Ian Kennedy. And Wilkins does convert the three-point play. Each team has missed only 1 foul shot. And Brandon Wilkins already with 5 points in just the second half, 12 now overall. Hope you enjoyed the halftime presentation of our brand new Hall of Fame inductees. And now get ready for a rip-roaring second half. Hello to the Thompson family cheering on the Bruins. 6 seconds left. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. The Eagles have possession, but with only 5 seconds on the shot clock. And they will inbound. Rose will pass it in. Again, just 5 on the shot clock. Rose to Thompson. He gets it off, but he's rejected. Wilkins picks up the loose ball. 1-on-2. Basket no good. Hill with the rebound. Eagles trying to regain the lead. Rose loses control. Pittman strips him of the ball. And the Bruins extend that lead to 3. A great feed, and Shad Vanderhart, the beneficiary, he now has 6 points. 58-55, Bob Jones leads. It was just a 1-point lead at halftime. Rose for the Eagles, that was. Rose to Kennedy for 3, spins around and comes out. Thompson, second chance, he fought for the rebound, got it, and pulls the Eagles back to within 1. 60-40, or check that, 58-57, 16-44 and counting. And with possession is Trevor Pittman. That one is for 3. It's good. Trevor Pittman buries it. His first 3 of the game. He has 9 total points. And it's a 4-point Bob Jones lead, their biggest lead of the day. TBC led by 9 at one point in the first half. TBC led most of the first half until the last few minutes. Then the teams traded. They've traded again, and now Bob Jones leads by 4. Fernandez in the paint. And it looks like Fernandez will shoot 2. Now, there were 3 Bruins there. I have no idea who it is till I see the call right here. And I still don't know because I couldn't see the ref's fingers. but Fernandez is shooting 2. And they put it on the board as Devin Pope, his second. Fernandez is 3 for 3 so far. First one is good. 21 now for Diego Fernandez. More importantly, it pulls the team back to within 3. Eagles looking to get a stop on the other end once the ball's back in play. Diego goes 2 for 2 and 5 for 5 now on the game. 22 total points. His 7th game of the season in which he has hit 20 points or more. 2-point Bruins lead. Vanderhart somehow kept that drag foot still. Pope with the great rebound, misses a second chance, but gets the third. That's called not giving up on your shot, and Devin Pope did a terrific job. Thompson takes the pass from Fernandez. 2 rows, outside to Fernandez for 3, but way too strong. I could tell coming out of his hands that he was not going to make that shot. Pope up the court, in the basket. 24 points for Devin Pope and a 6-point lead for the Bruins. They have come out smoking hot here in the second half. Xavier Rose to Thompson. Watch the 3 seconds. He gets the shot off. It's blocked. They've also blocked a few shots defensively, have the Bruins. Coming up on 15 minutes left. 6-point lead for Bob Jones. Both these teams very capable of erasing deficits like this. Have already done that. That one's for 3. It's short. And Kennedy with the rebound. One man coming up from behind. He collides with Brunson, stays with it, misses the shot. But Brandon Hill doing what he does best, rebounding and putting it back in. 8 points now for Brandon Hill. It's a 4-point lead for the Bruins. Well, they're not giving me any time to even take a breath. This is Brandon Wilkins, who's been hot in the second half himself with 5 points. Bounce pass to Brunson and a foul, and that's number 4 on Ian Kennedy. So Kennedy knows right away he's heading off, and Gavin Korthloder will take over. That one is on the floor. 3 new Bruins on the court. One of them is Justin Skelton. Nope, 2 of them went over to the sideline and come back. So just Skelton is the only sub. Brunson, pump fake, pull-up jumper from just outside the paint, no good. And a whistle away from the ball, and it looks like it's going against the Bruins. Chad Vanderhart called for his 3rd. Eagles will inbound and a chance to cut it down to 2 or even 1. And as usual between these two teams, we have a very close game. Anybody could take it. 65-61, Bob Jones leads, looking for their 8th win overall and 4th in the region. TBC looking for wins number 6 overall and 3 in the region. Bruins take the steal. Vanderhart in the paint, no good. And Hill with the rebound. Vanderhart put a little too much on that. Fernandez collides and draws the foul. Looked to me like it was Justin Skelton. That is the correct call. His first. It is team foul number 3. They're calling that on the floor. So the Eagles will inbound. Rose in the paint. One-hander, no good. Hill with the rebound, no. Missed opportunity for the Eagles. Brunson, the high pass, able to leap up high. And, of course, when you're 6'8", you're able to do that. Shot no good from Pittman. Rebound from Hill. Fernandez back at midcourt. 4-point deficit for TBC. Brunson on the defense. Fernandez goes through 2. And there's a whistle. And a push from behind on the floor. It's called against Justin Skelton, his 2nd. So the Eagles will get a fresh 20 on the shot clock. 13-11 on the game clock. 4-point deficit. And Hill could not control the high pass. Brunson with the steal. Brunson now with the 3-point. No, he pulls it down. Almost lost the ball. Thompson on defense of Brunson in the paint. Kick back outside. Three-pointer. It's good. That was Skelton, his first basket. And it is now a 7-point lead for the Bruins, the biggest of their game so far. Both teams right about 50%. And Bob Jones has hit 7 3-pointers. We have ourselves a timeout. And we're going to pause right here. 68-61, back in a bit. That three-pointer a moment ago gave the Bruins a 7-point lead at 68-61. 12:49, still plenty of time. Jaquez Anderson will inbound. He joins Rose, Fernandez, Thompson, and Korthloder on the court. Pittman, Dean, Brunson, Skelton, and Vanderhart for the Bruins. Loose ball, out of bounds. Last touch by Korthloder. Bob Jones will get possession. And a chance with a 3 to make it a double-digit lead. Neither team has seen a double-digit lead today. Bruins looking to do that now. 23 on the shot clock. Skelton, the pump fake, kicks it back outside. Almost lost control, but Vanderhart held on, gets around Korthloder and puts it in. Chad Vanderhart now with 8 and a 9-point lead for the Bruins. A whistle away from the ball. And a push. It's going to be Eagles basketball. The foul called on Trevor Pittman, his third. It's team foul number 5. And Xavier Rose will inbound. Devin Pope back onto the court. Rose hustling up the court. Anderson, 4-3, no good. And going up high is Vanderhart, making sure no one else got a hand on the ball. That was a great rebound. He pulled it right out of midair. 12 minutes left. Outside to Pouncey. Vanderhart to Pope, who's been on fire today. In the paint. Basket is good and one. DJ Thompson with his third. And Devin Pope already with 26 points. Chance to make it 27 and extend this lead, which is now 11. And Pope at the line. He is 2 for 3. Came in over 91%. It is off the rim. Bruins have done a phenomenal job in this second half. They've outscored the Eagles 23-11. Thompson thought about the 3. Instead, went in the paint. Rose couldn't get inside. Tries again. Spin move. Layup. Yes! That ball started to come out. It's kind of reverse of what we normally see. And then it rolled back in. 6 points for Xavier Rose. 72-63. Pope outside the arc. That one is for 3. That one is off the rim. And Rose pulls in the rebound. That's his third rebound. And it goes inside again. Xavier Rose, if the Bruins let him get in the zone, that could be trouble as the Eagles try to mount a comeback now as they trailed by 11 a moment ago. Xavier Rose has scored 2 baskets in a row. Skelton was able to hold on after almost losing control. Rose goes out of bounds. and fortunately did not hit his head up against the chairs or the floor. Gets a little bit of help from the Bruins. I was watching Rose. I didn't see what the call was, but it looks like they called a push on Justin Skelton, his third foul, and team foul number 6. And we have ourselves a timeout. 10:47 left on the clock. 72-66. Bruins with a 6-point lead here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Eagles basketball, they've cut the deficit down. Well, they adjusted the score. It said 72-66. Take one of the points off. There was a mistake. It's 72-65, a 7-point lead. And Rose around the left side. He is triple team, leaving Fernandez wide open and in and out. And now Coach Shank livid about the call. Pope came down, rolled on his back. Coach Shank said he was untouched. Instead of a travel, it's a foul, and it's against Jaquez Anderson. Zach Shank very unhappy with that call, and so are the Eagles fans. This place is jam-packed. It's near standing room only. 7-point lead for the Bruins. That's Devin Pope we just talked about with possession. He's had one terrific game, 26 points. That's past his average of 23.8. And going inside is Shad Vanderhart, who's now only a point and a half behind his season average. He has 10. Fernandez's pass is away from the mark, but it was tipped, says the official in the corner. So Eagles hold on with 23 on the shot clock. It's a 9-point Bruins lead. And the official giving Coach Urau the explanation. Coach Urau accepts it. Doesn't like the call, but he accepts it. And Thompson takes the pass from Fernandez. He's cooled off a little bit. This one is a little too strong. Batted up in the air and out of bounds. Last touch, fourth loader. And it is going to be Bruins basketball. Eagles have really cooled off of late. They're still at 50%, but they started this second half at 59%. Meanwhile, the Bruins, they're at 52%. They started the second half right about there. Been a little more consistent here in the second half, and that's why they lead by 9. And now 11 as Devin Pope has point numbers 27 and 28. Under 10 minutes to go. Fernandez back at midcourt. Now he has 22. Again, he's cooled off a little bit. Finds Thompson in the corner. Back to Fernandez. He is the go-to guy. He is double teamed. Ball knocked away, and we have ourselves a whistle. Still waiting on the call. Looks like it's going to be a foul. And it goes against Devin Pope, and that is number 3 on Pope. Devin Pope, majoring in sports management. He's a 6'3" senior from Augusta, Georgia. And Pope back on the defensive side of the court, or offensive side for the Bruins. 28 points. What a job he has done. And Diego Fernandez at the line. It's a 1-and-1. That's team foul number 7. It is good. Fernandez is now 6 out of 6 at the line. Important free throws as the Eagles still trail by 10. Make that 9. 24 for Diego Fernandez. 76-67, Bruins lead. Coming up on 9 minutes left. Coach Urau shouting the instructions to his gentlemen on the court. He's been at the helm of the Bruins basketball program for many years. I think all 10 at least that I've been here with Coach Jones. That might have been a travel, but Devin Dean was not called, and he gets the basket. That back foot dragged a good 6 inches. But no call. Basket is good. 11-point lead. Rose will go to the line. Xavier Rose ready to shoot 2. His first attempts of the day. Xavier Rose comes in at 62%. The foul was called on Trevor Brunson. It's only his second. And Rose ready to shoot 2. Number 1 is in and out. Ian Kennedy coming back in. Now he has 4 fouls, so he'll have to be careful. But as I've said many times, does no good sitting down. They need him on the court the way he's been shooting of late. Kennedy, 11 points in the first half, has 2 more, so a total of 13. Number 2 from Rose does not go. Both of them spun around inside the rim and popped out. So the lead is still 11 for the Bruins. And they work the ball outside. A 3-pointer. It's good for Brandon Wilkins. He has really heated up. He had 7 in the first half. He now has 15. That is Jaquez Anderson taking the pass from Kennedy and getting the bucket. 4 points for Anderson, 81-69. The Bruins average 80 and allow 76. And another foot drag that was not called. Every Eagles fan in the gym wondering where that whistle was. Instead, it's a whistle on Diego Fernandez. Eagles on the bench, Eagles fans in the stands, disagreeing with the officials in the past few moments. Meanwhile, Trevor Brunson will shoot 2. First one is no good. Brunson misses the first. Came in on the season at 86%, so no surprise that he rebounds and gets the second one to drop in. He now has 6. Thompson to Kennedy on the baseline. Worked up to Rose in the paint. They quickly jump on top of Kennedy, and he misses the jumper. Anderson, second chance is good. That's now 6 points for Jaquez Anderson, but it's still an 11-point deficit. And walks the ball towards midcourt for the Bruins. Ad Vanderhart with possession. Hand off to Pouncey. And Pouncey hits Devin Dean, who goes in the paint. Draws the foul, continuation, basket is good. Foul's called against Xavier Rose, his first. And Devin Dean at the line. Count the basket, chance at a 3-point play. That's 8 points now for Dean. On the season, he is shooting 17 out of 42. Ethan Bray will take over for Thompson. My mistake, it was Thompson with the foul, his 4th. Xavier Rose does not have a foul. And Dean misses the free throw. Anderson with the rebound. Bray takes it across midcourt. Eagles trail by 13. They led by 1 at halftime. And Rose is pushed. Brunson will hold up his hand. He'll be called for the foul. He's questioning the call as well. That's number 3 on Trevor Brunson. Xavier Rose missed 2 last time, just a few moments ago. Both of those were in, spun around, and popped out. Let's see if he can get those to complete the trip through the nylon this time. Brunson ready to come out, or at least he's over talking to the official, right up against the scorer's table. And Rose hits the first one. Another one coming. Team foul number 9 on the Bruins, so they are now essentially in the double penalty. Eagles are out of fouls to give 2. Their next one puts Bob Jones at the line. Rose misses but gets the rebound. Rose may have moved that foot himself. Bray, pull-up jumper, too strong. Rose with the rebound in the paint, trying to get around Brunson. That's hard to do. Kennedy for 3, it's good. Ian Kennedy now with 17. The Eagles still have some work to do, trailing by 9. They need to get a couple of stops. Outside to Wilkins, who's been red hot in this second half. He just hit a 3 not long ago. He's outside the arc, the ball stripped. Anderson got it. Kennedy picked it up. Kennedy on the putback on a third opportunity. 19 for Kennedy. 7-point lead for the Bruins. I thought Brunson was going to fire that 3 right there. Instead, he feeds Dean. Shot no good. Rebound Anderson and a foul on the rebound. They're going to get Devin Dean. That's only his first, but the Eagles are in the double bonus the rest of the game. That would include overtime. Eagles have committed 6. Jaquez Anderson will shoot 2. These are his first attempts on the season. Very limited opportunities. Just 2 for 3. And now 3 for 4. And every free throw for both teams is going to be huge the rest of the way. Both teams have done a really good job at the line. Eagles are now 15 and 19, and Bob Jones is 8 of 12. Number 2, also good. 84-79. The Eagles have cut it down to 5. Under 6 minutes to go. Still anybody's ball game. Wilkins couldn't get around Bray, but again, Wilkins has been very good in the second half. Trevor Pittman with possession, finds Brunson outside the paint, guarded by Fernandez, and Fernandez with the strip. Hustles through 2 defenders to the basket, no good. Fernandez had some options, tried to take it himself, and came up empty. And Fernandez hustles back on defense. Bray puts on the defense. They almost got the ball away from Pope. Pope, though, was able to hold on. Shot clock at 13. Trevor Pittman outside the arc. This is Vanderhart. Uses Brunson as a screen. 6 to shoot. Basket no good. Rebound Kennedy behind the back to get around Wilkins. Bounce pass to Rose. Anderson outside. Bray 4-3. No good. Off to the right side of the rim. Another missed opportunity for the Eagles. Thought Rose was going to take the layup, but he recognized that he did not have the shot. Gave it up, and Bray came close. Couldn't convert the 3. Great move, but a missed shot by Pittman. Fernandez, bullet pass to Rose. Basket is good. Eagles within 3 with 4:28 left. And 1. So Xavier Rose now a chance to make it a 2-point game. The foul's on Brandon Wilkins. Xavier Rose right now with 11 points. This is a very important foul shot. It's already a 1-possession game, but it will make it a 2-point game. If it goes, that is. If it goes from Xavier Rose. And it goes. 84-82. 4.5 left to go. Samuel Danneru. Thank you for letting us know, Coach Uero. Pope outside the arc, double team by Rose and Anderson, and a strip. Anderson knocked the ball away. Rose to Fernandez, yes! 26 for Fernandez, but more importantly, it ties us up at 84-84. Thought I heard a whistle, but it must have been a shoe squeak on the court. We are tied 84-84, 3:45 and counting. And we have a lot of contact in the paint. That's 2 shots for the Bruins. Foul is definitely against Trinity Baptist. It will go on Ethan Bray, his first. The only question was which Eagle player. Vanderhart has not tried a free throw yet today. 3 for 4 on the season. That one is a little bit short. Actually, nope, he's listed on there twice. He is actually, if I add up the 2 columns together, 38 out of now 52. And the second one is good and gives the Bruins back a 1-point lead. 11 for Shad Vanderhart. Timeout, 3:42 left in a 1-point game. Back in a minute. It's been another fantastic ball game on the court of Trinity Gymnasium. 2 1-point games earlier and a 1-point game right now with 3:42 left. Eagles trail by 1. They won each of the first 2 games by 1. Rose at midcourt. Couldn't get in the paint. Bray, pump fake from 3-point range. Shot clock at 15. Kennedy to Bray. Back to Kennedy. Inside the arc, finding Fernandez. Jump shot, no good. Rebound, Bruins. Brandon Wilkins with the board. 1-point Bob Jones lead. With possession is Shad Vanderhart. Gives it up to Pittman. Pope outside the arc. His next basket would make 30. A lot of contact, no call. And a missed jump shot by Vanderhart. That one I thought could have gone either way if a foul would have been called. Kennedy to Rose, outside to Bray. Eagles trying to regain the lead. Kennedy wide open at 3-point range. He has 4 fouls. They find him. Pulls up, gets around a defender, misses the line drive shot. Devin Pope with the rebound. Devin Pope with his 11th rebound. And that's Pope to the right side, no good. Anderson pulls in the rebound. And Pope a little frustrated that he didn't get that one to drop in. He had a good opportunity. It's easy to say from up here, though. And Fernandez to the far sideline. Oh, he did lose the ball. And Brunson picks it up. Brunson and Bray, contact, no call. Bray might have gotten away with a push on that one. 1-point lead for the Bruins, trying to make it 4 as Pope. Shot no good. Vanderhart, though, gets the rebound and draws a foul. Nope, out of bounds. Well, let's see. Yes, it is a foul on Xavier Rose. And for Rose, that is number 1. And it will be Shad Vanderhart ready to take the shots. He's 1 for 2. Those just happened a few moments ago. Massive free throws for both teams the rest of the way. And Vanderhart converts the first. He now has 12. And here comes number 2. It's a 2-point game at the moment. It's a 3-point game at the moment. Now 13 points for Shad Vanderhart, who's hit 3 consecutive foul shots. And that's the difference in the score right now. Timeout, 1:39 left to go. Eagles softball has battled back to tie Savannah State University 5-5. That game is in the top of the 7th. They're playing at Ford Family Park. Eagles led 3-0. Savannah State took the lead 5-3. And TBC just scored a couple to tie it up. Eagles will have an opportunity in the bottom of the 7th. They need to hold Savannah State right here. Meanwhile, these Eagles on the court, they need 3 points to tie it up. It's 1:39 left on the clock. Don't have to hit a 3. That certainly would be nice. And the Eagles will get ready to inbound. They will send Kennedy, Rose, Bray, Fernandez, and Anderson to the court. Bruins will send Pittman, Wilkins, Pope, Vanderhart, and Brunson. 3-point Bruins lead. Bounce pass to Rose. Almost lost it. Loses the shot. And Pope picks it up off the floor. That was a shot the Eagles desperately needed. And now any basket will make it a 2-possession game. That's Bray on top of Wilkins. And a great feed inside. The basket is good for Vanderhart, who's really come to life. 13 points in the second half, 15 overall. 5-point lead. Eagles need to score quickly. That's Fernandez. He'll go to the line. That's a good thing for the Eagles. Stops the clock and gives one of the best foul shooters in the country a chance for 2. Fernandez has made all 7 attempts. 26 points. This one is good. Actually, that was point 27. Still, though, a 4-point deficit. Need to get the free throw, a stop, and 3 points. Brandon Hill in. Jaquez Anderson out. Second one does not go. And a rebound by the Bruins. Fernandez goes down, a long pass to Pope. Fernandez gingerly hustling back. Bruins are going to try to use up as much time as they possibly can until Brunson saw a wide open bucket, and he gets the basket. And it's a 3-point game with 28.9 seconds left. Kennedy cuts the deficit in half. We have a timeout. Eagles looking to get a stop. We'll be right back. Eagles need to get a stop, trailing by 3. Shot clock is off. 28.9 on the game clock. Brunson to inbound. Wilkins. Of course, the Bruins want to use up the clock. Eagles do not want to foul. Loose ball. It is Bob Jones with the possession arrow. Jump ball. Bruins have the arrow. 17.7 seconds. Well, now the arrow will flip to the Eagles. If they can get another jump ball, they'll get it back. They're going to inbound over near the sideline, right by the head coach. Wet spot on the floor will be taken care of. It's a 3-point game. Any score at all should seal it. Coach Shank, talk to Fernandez. And now it looks like we are ready for the final 17.7 seconds. We'll quickly run through all the point totals once the final buzzer hits. Of course, if the Eagles can get the stop, they have a chance at a 3-point play to try to tie it up. 3 officials talking. I'm guessing they're talking about the time and what to have on the clock. Of course, I can only guess. Meanwhile, Coach Shank calls his team over, and the Bruins coaching staff will do the same thing. Why not use the free timeout you get? Right now it says 17.7. And the official's heading over to the table, and it looks like we're going to keep it there. No change in the clock. It is Bruins basketball. The Eagles will now have the arrow once the ball is inbounded. Brunson will inbound. He has Pope, Pittman, Vanderhart, and Wilkins. This is Pittman. Collides with Fernandez, and a timeout with 13.6 left. We're a pause right here, and we'll be right back for the finish. Bruins ball, 13.6 on the clock. Eagles have to get a stop, and they need to do so with enough time to get up the court and get off a three-pointer. They do not want to foul. Double team. This is Pope. Inside to Brunson. He had a shot opportunity but came back out and will go to the line. I was a little surprised Brunson didn't take that shot. I guess he didn't want to risk the rebound going to the Eagles. But if he makes any free throw, this game pretty much over. It's a 1-and-1. That's team foul number 9. All-important foul shot for Trevor Brunson, the senior from Ramseur, North Carolina. Bruins are back on D, and that one is good. 9 points for Trevor Brunson. Bob Jones, again, looking to go 8-5 and 4-1 in the region. And that's going to make it very, very difficult for TBC to overcome. Eagles were shooting 59% early in the second half. Missed some opportunities. They're down at 49% now, which overall is fantastic. The Bruins at 51%. They have outscored TBC 44-38 in the second half. Bob Jones has hit 8 3-pointers. The Eagles 6. Bruins 13 of 18 from the line. The Eagles 18 of 23, both very good totals. Difference right now is the 3-point shooting, 8-6. That's a 6-point swing. It's a 5-point game right now. And it's going to be very difficult for the Eagles. Bruins just have to make sure the Eagles don't get a score, a stop, and a score within 6.5 seconds. One of those scores would have to be 3. Gray to Rose. All the way up to Kennedy. 2 seconds left. Basket is off the rim, and that's the ball game. Final score, Bob Jones University 93, Trinity Baptist College 88. A fantastic game. The Bruins got the clutch free throw shooting at the end, and they win the South Region affair by 5 points. They're now 4-1 in region play, 8-5 overall. TBC 5-11, and now 2-1 in the South Region. Quickly through the point totals. For Bob Jones, Devin Pope 28, Brandon Wilkins, Shad Vanderhart, each with 15, Trevor Brunson 10, Trevor Pittman 9, Devin Dean 8, Justin Skelton and Josh Dorsey 3 each, Braxton Murray 2, and Tostatus Pouncey 1. For the Eagles, Diego Fernandez 27, Ian Kennedy 21, Xavier Rose 12, Jaquez Anderson, Brandon Hill each with 8, Ethan Bray, DJ Thompson each with 6. That's going to do it for us here this afternoon. 3 fantastic games. Eagles win 2 of them, but Bob Jones wins the men's game 93-88. We have one more home date in the basketball season. Next Saturday, JV team plays at 12:30, and then Trinity College of Florida is here with the women's game starting at 3 p.m. and the men's game at 5. The Eagles have 4 more games remaining afterward. And Bob Jones, they still have some action left as well. In fact, the Bruins will head to Warren Wilson on Tuesday the 4th before they have 3 of their remaining 4 games, all home games within the South Region starting on February 8th. Coach Shank and Coach Uraro congratulating each other on a fantastic game. Well, we'll see you next week. Congratulations to the 2025 TBC Eagles Hall of Fame inductees. Congratulations to the Bruins on a fantastic game. I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and